Okay, I'd like to introduce Pam. Pam was in an abusive relationship for years before opening up to someone about what was going on. So she's going to tell us today that why was she reluctant to open up to anybody concerning her circumstances. So if you could just talk to us a little bit about the issues you had in opening up, such as, maybe guilt about your situation or embarrassment about the situation. Was any of that a factor? Or
Yes, all of the above. I was in an abusive relationship involving my husband, and I didn't want to really let anyone know what was happening or what was going on. It is embarrassing, and besides being embarrassing, you're in a situation a lot of times, in my case, where I didn't want the other person to get into trouble. I loved the person. He was my spouse. He was the father of my children, and I didn't want him to be incarcerated. I didn't want him to have a record.
so you feared financial hardship?
I feared financial hardship also. I feared for him for a long time. I feared for the fact of getting him in trouble and him having a record and having a problem getting work, which also would affect our livelihood and the children's livelihood. So at first you tend to hide the situation, hoping that it's going to get better, and unless the person that is causing this abuse gets help and wants to do something about themselves, it doesn't usually ever get better. It just continues to snowball and get worse.
So when you decide to open up to somebody, what made you comfortable with that person enough to open up and talk about your situation with them?
Finding common ground with another person, as far as them being in a similar situation where they could relate their story to me, and then I would feel comfortable, and having some trust in the person, that you feel comfortable enough to converse with them and tell them about what's going on, because you have built up some trust, and not just the common ground, but you want to be able to trust the other person and feel like they're genuine in caring about what is going on with you and wanting to help you and giving you some support in that respect.
So if somebody came to you that you didn't know, you'd be a little suspicious about what their intentions were?
I'd think, why do they want to know? What's in it for them? Why would they want to know what's going on with me? I mean, if they don't know me, who are they? What are their motives of wanting to know what's going on in my situation? I would have to have someone that I was familiar with, that I knew, and that I had a trusting relationship with, or felt that I could confide in someone that was genuine and caring and a kind person that really wanted to help me.
So it would be hard for somebody that you didn't know, like say a veterinarian. If they started questioning you and you didn't know them, you wouldn't really open up to them. If you were in a situation where you brought your animal in and they suspected something, you may not open up to them.
No, I wouldn't know them well enough to want to say anything to someone like that. It would have to be someone that would be a friend that I had known for some time, or a family member that I had some trust and felt like they were actually caring about me and caring about the situation that I was in to help me or my children, or all the above. In my case, I had children, and I finally got out of the abusive relationship because I needed to be able to depend upon myself to make a livelihood for the children, and I was getting abused to the point where I felt that I was going to risk the fact of having myself physically not able to work and make money to support my children. So that is finally why I got out of the situation, was for the children, not necessarily for myself, which was sad because I should have got out a lot sooner for my sake, but at least I did get out.
Okay, well, that gives us some insight on how to approach people who are in this situation. Even if we suspect it, we can't just sort of jump in and expect them to tell us what's going on. We have to establish some kind of rapport
Common
with them,
ground.
and yeah, common ground with them, so that they feel that we'll understand their situation.
Yes,
Yeah.
that you're genuine in your care.
Okay, we're done. Okay, that's 5 minutes, so I think that's, oops. Then you stop.